Hey everybody, Beyond You 89 here, bringing you another episode of Coal Creek Park, where today we're going to go ahead and look at just a few things here. We're going to look at the completed wharf area that you see in front of you, and what you don't see is a reworked train line, which is passing underneath this bridge right here. Got some great tips and tricks, again, from Wings and Strings, who's like the train extraordinaire, if you will. And yeah, he gave me some tips on reworking the train line to make it a little bit more realistic and just actually a bit more better flow with it. So we'll go ahead and look at both of those things and probably gonna look at a little sneak peek as to what is to come for Coal Creek Park in the next expansion area. So first, let's go ahead and take a look at this completed wharf area here, which is my favorite area of the park, bar none. It came out pretty much exactly as I envisioned it in my my old brain noggin there. And yeah, just really like how it came out. Kind of the idea behind it is that it's split into two areas here, kind of by this pathway here. So you have your more industrial warehouse section to the right here. And I just love how the Zozo, right? Is it called the Zozo? It's the Zozo. It fit perfectly inside this little shipping container where they, I guess, build the ships and whatnot. Fit perfectly in there. So it's a simple little design for this ride skin, but it's effective, I think. So you have that kind of area, the warehouse area there. And then on the left, you have more of your eastern United States coastal seaboard town, I guess, kind of modeled after maybe like Amityville, if you will, from the Jaws movies. Kind of give it that rugged, rustic feel there. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of incorporate, tried to blend a little bit these two different styles, and I think they kind of worked out pretty well. So and yeah, I just, like I said, I really had a blast building this. I am not done yet. Oh, don't look over there, don't look at that. We'll get there. And I feel, like I said, I love building this because I feel like you can just keep adding details and adding details and adding details to these kind of wharf areas. And I just kind of love adding those little details. I'm probably going to still go back and add like little rocks on the shorelines and just little this and that. I feel like I'll keep coming back to this area continuously and just adding like, oh, I need another barrel there. Oh, I need another piece of whatever sticking out here. So, but yeah, that is our completed wharf area, or mostly completed wharf area. And to kind of tack this little area off here, great idea by a Twitch follower, wishing on a Wendy. She took a picture of her local Six Flags park, which I believe is Six Flags Over Georgia, and they had this little s'mores bar, and I had this big green area that I could have just filled in with you know, nature or anything like that, but I was just like, that would fit perfectly in this little spot right there. So very simple little build here, very easy little thing. This is just a billboard with an image that I downloaded there, and yeah, it's very effective. I think it's just one of those little details in a park that just makes it kind of have character and come alive. So that was kind of idea behind that. But let's go ahead and move over to our train line. And some of you may remember from previous episodes, if not, go back and check real quick, right? That this used to go like way up real quick, got over the path, and it stayed up. Okay, so again, the fantastic Wings and Strings gave me some pointers, gave me some degrees at which trains, I believe maybe it's just theme park trains or something, can increase by, which he put down, I think it was 1.8 degrees. So it doesn't really look like it, but this is going up ever so slightly all the way. I mean, this is like right here, it's all the way going up. And also over here, we had to rework kind of this whole area to incorporate the new train line. This pathway, excuse my juddery, janky, if you will, camera here. This path used to just follow the land here, living with the land, and very easy, and then the train just went over top of it, but again, I kind of rework it just to get this to pass underneath of it here. And honestly, it took a little bit of configuring, if you will. It took way longer than it should have. I have a thing against bridges. I need to like learn how to make bridges better and stop covering them. I realize every bridge I've done so far has been a covered bridge. I can stop that now. We don't have to do that. But yeah, no, this is a nice little rework, I think, to get down there. And yeah, I think that is looking very nicely there, and also offers this great new area for a vista point, right? Haha, new adventure pack stuff. And yeah, I love how the guests kind of look out over this wharf area, and kind of how this covered. That is why I made this cover, by the way, so it can be kind of a reveal, if you will. I know it's not fully a reveal, but it's partially a reveal. So but yeah, and also touching on the Vista points, yes, the Adventure Pack DLC did come out yesterday. I definitely got it, and I'm excited to use a lot of the items, and hopefully in Coal Creek Park. Again, Coal Creek is a Colorado-ish based adventure park, so it's got a rustic feel. I don't know where I'll be putting tropical plants and foliage in, but however, a lot of the new wall pieces are fantastic, and if you haven't known by now, the gemstones are also a great way to make glass. So I think I'm going to be going back and making some windows with the gems and whatnot, but overall I'm not sure how much I'll be able to incorporate the new adventure DLC into this park, but we will see. There's always new creative ways to use the items in the game, especially for what they're not supposed to be. So I will be taking a deep dive into that very, very soon. But yeah, let's also look at the future of Coal Creek. You can kind of see it poking up out of there, and yes, it is a dive coaster, which would make this the 4th dive coaster in the United States if we're looking at this from a realistic point of view. This is called Geronimo. Again, I did a little poll on our Twitch live stream over there, and this was voted as the #1 rated name, and I think it fits it very nicely. It's very much so a work in progress. I've never built one of these personally, so all of my reference videos and whatnot are from the YubTubs and just other people's general experience with them. And so this probably is going to change a lot. I know I need to redo this 0G roll like crazy because this just looks bad, but yeah, there's kind of your insight into the future of Coal Creek, and as always, I always welcome any suggestions, theme suggestions. It's called Geronimo. If you're not familiar with Geronimo, he was the last Native American in the United States to surrender to the U.S. military, and what I could find, at least, I think it was World War One, is soldiers started to, maybe it was World War Two probably, because they said jumping out of a plane. Hello, math, history math. So yeah, I think World War Two, they started to yell his name for whatever reason as they jumped out of the plane. So I didn't exactly get a clear reason as to why, but that's where the name came from. So, Geronimo, I'm jumping. So anyways, if y'all have any theme suggestions for this, please let me know. I started to build a little mission church right here. Don't know if that's going to stick or not, but yeah, so there's kind of a look at the future expansion point. And to be honest, everybody, we are getting to that point where this is about the middle, give or take. I haven't gone into the scenario editor and gotten any of this land into the park yet, so we are about halfway filled up, and I have definitely some future expansion ideas, and I think we're gonna be able to finish this park out in the next half a year at the rate that I'm going. So but no, as always, I do appreciate y'all just coming by, watching this park, giving your ideas and suggestions. Those of you who come by the Twitch live streams, I really appreciate that too. We have a good time over there, and yeah, just if you are enjoying this series, don't forget to give it the old like button, share it around and whatnot, and I will definitely continue to give you updates as we finish the Geronimo coaster over here, whatever we end up filling this area in with, and yeah, I'm really excited for the future of Coal Creek Park, and I always appreciate you stopping on by, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.